Yeah, there's a huge need for talent, especially homegrown talent here. And so I try to encourage people on a regular basis to get into it.
How can we encourage people, especially women, because I know that's a big thing. We're talking about the
Yeah.
gender disparagement there. It's
So I thought I'd like to talk a little bit about my experience.
okay.
That a lot of women I know in STEM had either a father figure or a brother figure that they connected to really well, who saw past gender stereotype limitations. And that was true in my life with my dad. I was the one who went to the garage and helped him fix the cars. That just wasn't my older brother's thing. But for my brother, we would always play board games together. Of course, that's part of how I fell in love with my husband. And anyway, just the feeling as a child, like I can do anything these boys can do. It's fine. It helped take the edge off of the intimidation factor. But then when I got to university and I was already aspirational enough to pick a major that was tough, I found there was a support group just waiting for me already.
Really?
So at Virginia Tech, we had the Association for Women in Computing, and it was just like there were maybe, had about 10% women out of a class of 500, and maybe half of those girls joined the club. So it was a tiny club, but that gave you like instant friends and people who understood. The logistics of it were still, I was surrounded by men. I did my, study for tests with men and, go to the boys for help when I had needed to learn something that I didn't have the chance to learn in high school. They already knew. So that's fine. And there's a little bit of maturity issues with 18-year-old boys.
No, that doesn't happen. Come on now.
Occasionally there were some nasty listserv messages. But, that was about the worst that happened. And by and large, we had a lot of support from the faculty and the other girls, the other young ladies, to give it our all. And, of course, grading is a kind of an equal opportunity system. When you are the kid that's getting the A's, you just don't really feel intimidated by the boys who are getting the B's.
Was there a lot of resistance? I mean, you mentioned it was just a little bit, but did the atmosphere feel resistant to you being there?
So there was once or twice where the professor raised a question and I knew the answer, and I'm in a classroom of 100 18-year-old males, and there's like 3 women in the room. And he asked the question again, and he asked the question again. Finally, I raised my hand. And I had read it from the textbook like the night before, and I
perfect.
knew exactly what he was looking for. So, but the whole room was like, and you could just feel the air crackle with, I don't know what that was. But for me, this is a little gratifying. I mean, I just showed them up. That's not my fault.
No. Well, it is. You actually applied your ability to learn the necessary information. I mean, it's
not my fault they didn't know.
That's correct.
But I will take credit for knowing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you should.
So, sure, there was a little jealousy, but by and large, I felt like a valued member. And then especially near the end of the process, when you go and it's time to talk to companies, I mean, I